Our farm family is helping to carry on a crunchy tradition in Kewaunee County. Thay's Orchard says overall they have a good crop with just a few varieties producing less than normal.
We've been here since 1941. We started at the South Luxembourg location, and up until this year we sold apples there, and a lot of people have been coming, and generation after generations people will come here and say, yeah, my mom and dad or my grandparents used to buy apples here and used to go with them when I was little, and now I'm here today just checking it out, seeing how things changed.
Judy married into the apple-loving family behind Thay's Orchards.
We're known for a good apple at a reasonable price. And then we started doing, since Jim and I have gotten into the orchard business, we started doing caramel apples, and we have a big variety. Use gourmet caramel and Honeycrisp apples, and people really love them. They'll come just for an apple. Then we also got into cider, which was something new for his family, and that's going over very big. We've actually had a brewery in Green Bay use our cider for one of their beers, and then for their first hard cider, and then now we partnered with McFleshman's of Appleton, and they use our cider in their hard cider too.
They grow around 24 varieties of apples.
Biggest sellers are two of our new varieties, the River Belle, which is half Honeycrisp, and the Pizzazz, which is another half Honeycrisp apple. Both very hard, good long keeping apples, very tasty.
The orchard has around 8 acres of apples spread out over the countryside.
We have some standard trees, some semi-dwarfs, and we also have some on the trellis system.
That varied landscape is part of the reason they don't offer pick your own. It's also about convenience.
Fresh apples, reasonable price, good variety, great extras like the caramel apples and the jams and jellies. So it's just, people are so busy, they come here, 2 minutes later they're leaving with their apples.
It is all hands on deck during harvest, including some help from one very happy orchard dog who does more playing than picking.
Jim and I start the early picking ourselves, and then we have a group of family and friends that pick the later apples, starting with basically like the Macs and the Quarts and the Spartans. We have 3 daughters, and our oldest daughter lives in Amro, so she's limited on her help, but our 2 younger daughters live very close. They're within 1.5 miles, and they help us with our sorting and our grading and our selling, and sometimes we could get them to pick, but we're hoping for a 4th and a 5th generation.
The family has perfected a thing or two about apples, including how to keep them fresh for several months.
You should store your apples refrigerated between 38 and 42 degrees. If you like them warm, I like mine at room temperature. I just take it a day or a couple hours ahead of time.
And if you just can't decide what to bring home, try their Baker's Mix. It's a variety of apples for cooking.